going on, everybody? It is a hot day today out here in Detroit. Holy crap. I don't know, it's 90 something. The good thing is there's a little bit of a breeze going, and I'm working I should be working on the passenger side more, but I'm working on the driver's side of the truck now simply because where the sun is, you know, the truck kind of makes a little bit of a shade, plus the breeze is coming in from this way, makes it a little bit more comfortable. Got some nice coffee. So a couple of things that I need to do, and I already did on the other side, is start moving where the battery boxes mount. So on this truck, initially it had the 45-inch, but the way the 45-inch sit, it would actually be past where the exhaust comes out, and it would require me to still run the Kenworth elbows, which kind of come down and then go back and then in back, or like back underneath the truck. Don't like this style, I like the straight up, but it means that the battery boxes would have to be, you know, would need to be changed. So that bracket needs to sit forward, so it exposes this area right here for the exhaust. Well, the ones that I got are 34-inch, so what I need to do is, this is where the front bracket would mount. I need to move this to the inside so it starts mounting here, and then this I'm going to have to take out and drill through the frame, which this one it's got a double frame, it's not fun, and mount that way. The other side I did already. I didn't film. I'm just going to film this side. Reason being is, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I've tried to get so much done this past couple of days on this truck, and plus I had to work on the Freightliner to, you know, fix the air leak issue, and I did get it taken care of, that I was honestly just exhausted. The last thing I needed was more things to edit and post, with not much time, and just time taken away from the project itself. I know it kind of sucks, and I do apologize to you guys for that. I started this project with every single aspect of it, but what I at least will promise is, you know, obviously there's two sides to the truck. They're going to be identical for the most part, so I will at least, you know, document at least the one side, and then the other side is no different than just the reverse. But let's get this thing started. So what I'm going to do is take these two bolts out, remove this, put these bolts back in, and then take these two bolts out and then put that in there like that. So, and the reason being is this cross member still stays up. I don't need this to move on me and have to jack it up and line it up and do none of that stuff that I really don't want to do, and don't want to do more work than I have to. I got my Trust in Milwaukee 3/4 big dog, battery powered. These things aren't cheap, but man, are they worth it. Love this damn thing. Downside of wearing mechanics gloves like this, sometimes you can't feel crap. thought that was bad. These other ones gonna be. Down here is where all the wires are running through, and there's a grommet right next to it as well. It's gonna be a biatch, but yeah, that was pure luck. That's what that was. 100% pure luck. That one wasn't bad at all. Now, put this puppy up here. Side of the bracket itself to mount that, because even if I flipped it, it wouldn't really sit on there right, so that's not that big a deal. Well, that does it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this and drill a hole there. Keep it out of the way. And this I got to zip tie up with something that's existing. Like they ran new airlines or something, and they just left it on the outside like this, which kind of grinds my gears. Why it wouldn't go inside the main support out here, I don't know. I am swimming in perspiration, but stuff's got to get done. So I'm making some brackets, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm doing. So this piece would sit by the hood, and the step would be right here. So this would be the driver's side. And because so this part here would actually bolt to the steps. But because I moved the steps back because they're smaller, now I have to remake the brackets for this, unfortunately. So this, it's what was holding this. It was mounting right here, and then this would mount to the same place the step would mount. And then this in turn would mount to the step. So I want to build something to make sure this is sturdy at the steps, but what I also needed was a means of a longer bracket. So it can go from here to where the step is going to mount now, which is about that much difference. It's pretty straightforward to kind of make this happen. I pretty much measured that this needs to be 5.5 inches longer. But you can't just extend these and leave the angles here the same, because then you're going to end up with something that's going to have to be mounted further. So you would have had to push the actual piece out more. So we don't want that. So what I ended up doing was, so this would have been the original, just like that, and you would have mounted here. Well, here's what my mounting point is going to be, just moved back. But if I would have extended this, I would have ended up with a mounting point went back here, so I don't want that. But I just measured 5.5 to where I needed it to be, and then made that just where I need to be. It's almost like a template for me, right? So there's the bend, there's that. Here's the second piece. Like that. I gotta make 2 on each side. The first one was kind of a pain in the butt to get the angles right, so what I ended up doing was I bent it to what I thought was good. I actually mounted it, went to the truck and tried it, and saw that it needed a little bit more of a bend, particularly on this side. So once I got this one done, all I did was cut this to length, marked it to where I needed it to be, essentially put them both on the vise, and beat them with a hammer until the angle was right. And all I'm doing really is just eyeing it. And that's that. Well, let me get a couple of pieces cut here, and I'll show you guys what I did on the vise. Alright guys, so as far as bending it, there's one. There's the other one. Trusty hammer. And that's it. Other side. Helps if I actually loosen it and not keep tightening. Been a long day, guys. And that's that. Bam! I finished those brackets. I actually went up underneath and power washed the whole bottom of the truck again. There's a couple of areas there that were still pretty gunked up. We just, you know, pretty much wherever there's U-joints or grease fittings along the drive shaft, you know, can't help it. You know, when the truck's driving and things rotating, it slings grease everywhere. So it just build up of God knows how many years. But I'm a little ticked off. I was looking at the footage from yesterday, and this is the second time that one of my SD cards gets corrupted. So I don't know if it's something that I'm doing or what the heck's going on. But I made one of the sleeper extension panels yesterday that I filmed. Good thing is, you know, I haven't done the other one, so you know I can film that again. But I'll give you guys a sneak peek here of what it looks like. So I just started with a piece of aluminum. The outside diameter is 4 inches, and then I had Metal Mart is a local shop to me in Warren. Just do the sheet metal and the bends, and then just ended up with a straight sheet of aluminum with 1 inch bend on each side with a 4 inch outside diameter. And then I made this puppy. So I don't have a shrinker for sheet metal, and all it does is it pinches it along wherever you want it to bend it. It'll start pulling it in. So what I did was made relief cuts along where I wanted the bends to happen, and that's how I made the bend, top and bottom. And then I actually dropped a piece of aluminum sheet metal along the bottom and the top here and riveted that so it holds the rigidity, and it'll be out of sight so you couldn't even tell those once everything is complete. On this side, because the cut was so drastic, what I ended up doing was just cut the edge off so I could bend it and then put a reinforcement bar towards the bottom so nothing happens. I'm going to do the same thing towards the top. But next weekend when I come home, or whenever I get a chance to get back to this, I'll start doing the other side, and I'll make sure I'm actually going to film the damn thing with 2 freaking cameras just in case one of them does corrupt again. But once this is all set, I'll take them to paint. I'm going to do something a little bit different in this video. By the end of next week, so it'll be 1 week from it being posted, which Monday is usually when I post. Drop any type of question you have on this video in the comments below. and I'll go through them and answer each one, and I'll post a video separate to that, just with Q&As. If there's anything you guys would like to know, I don't care what the question is, post it on there. Just try to keep it appropriate, I guess. But as always, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys have a great one. We'll see you on the next one. I gotta go home because it's hot.